maybe another MCU disaster, and that is going to be talking about Jonathan Majors. And I'm hoping it's not. And if you follow channel member, or not channel member, but channel friend of the channel, Chillmonger, he makes a lot of videos about this subject from the beginning. As soon as it was reported, he does really great deep dives, and I feel like I've found out the facts because he really pulls sources from everywhere and really shift through everything and everything like that. So everything's looking decent for me for Jonathan Majors, but the trial, after being pushed so many times, is finally beginning. And I haven't really talked about this on my channel, but now that there's official things coming out in terms of the trial and what they're going to be using, I guess I'll cover it as the news starts. Let's see what's going on. So Jonathan Majors, accuser, testifies as assault trial, describes altercation in car. Grace Jabbari, who began a romantic relationship with Majors after they met on set of Ant-Man, claims the actor injured her as the two fought about text message pointing towards infidelity. And this is a lot of reason why a lot of people said that he shouldn't bring Meagan Good to the trial because it looks bad, because maybe he was cheating on her, Meagan Good, blah, blah, blah. But let's see what this article had to say. Let me know if you guys see it well. Grace Jabbari took the witness stand Tuesday, telling her version of the events that led to the arrest and subsequent charges against ex-partner Jonathan Majors. Majors faces 4 charges of misdemeanor assault, aggravated harassment after police responded to a 911 call, and Jabbari reported being assaulted by Majors, with police noting that she had sustained minor injuries. The Marvel actor has pleaded not guilty to all charges, and his defense attorney, Priya Chaudhry, has claimed Majors called 911 out of concern for Jabbari's well-being. To dwell on this a little bit, things that I've heard about this is that in terms of like some of the charges, I know that 4 charges got dropped before a lot of this testimony happened. So I don't know if some of this stuff was dropped, but a lot of charges already have been dropped. But they're not talking about that at all, which annoys me. And the way people are reporting this annoys me. But a lot of these things have been dropped already. And in terms of the call, there's a very detailed report about Jonathan Majors calling 911 because Grace Jabbari was found in her bathroom, looking like maybe trying to unalive herself. And he was concerned for her safety and called, like I said, well-being, and called them for that. So that's a little background on some of that stuff, so you're not confused by the wording. Prosecutors have alleged that March 25th incident began after midnight when Majors and Jabbari were in a private car home, and she observed a text message on Majors' phone stating, "Wish I was kissing you right now." Oof. Jabbari confirmed this version of events, saying she was shocked by the possibility of infidelity given the seriousness of their 2-year relationship, which she said was heading towards marriage. She said she grabbed the phone to see the message, but Majors, who then pried her finger from the phone, grabbed her arm and right hand, twisted her forearm, and then struck her right ear to get the phone away from her. Oof. She says Majors ordered the car to stop. When she tried to leave the car, she testified that Majors picked her up and threw her back inside. Wow. I think there's a video showcasing that didn't happen, but let's see. Prosecutors showed a video of this moment as well as subsequent surveillance videos of Majors running down the street with Jabbari chasing him. That's interesting. So she's saying that here that Majors picked her up and threw her back inside and all this other stuff, but there's a video of Majors running away from the situation in the street and she's chasing him, which she said was to get answers about who he was texting. She was frequently asked whether she felt in pain. While she said she had felt physical pain, she added that she was in a heightened emotional state, and as a dancer, oh, okay, she's over here advertising herself, is able to withstand a high level of pain. Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that. That's messed up. If this actually happened, it's not funny. Abuse is not funny. I just feel like this, when you think about the context of everything, that's a weird thing to say. I don't think it doesn't matter if you're a dancer. A man twists your arm and hits you in your face and throws you. I don't think it matters what man. And Jonathan Majors is a big, strong man. I think it doesn't matter what level of dancing you're doing. Majors looked on from the table with his attorneys as she pointed to their relative positions in the car on photos and detailed her versions of the events. The actor was again accompanied to court by his girlfriend, Meagan Good, as well as his mother, aunt, sister, other supporters. Black woman got to support the black man. Hopefully the black man didn't do this. After first exiting the car, Jabbari said she ran into 3 strangers in the street and asked for help getting a car home. Given that her purse and phone were still in the car, Majors walked by her, and the two entered the car again to talk at the end, which time she grabbed at his shirt to keep him from leaving. Majors left to stay at a hotel. She later agreed to go with the strangers who had been observing the event inside the car, okay, to their friend's birthday party at a club, she said. So she just she got assaulted, and then she left with strangers to go to a party. Okay. Her time in the club dancing has been pointed to as a sign of her lack of injury by defense. But sorry, my Jabbari is mixing me up for some reason. But Jabbari said it was to seek comfort from her new friends. Interesting. There's a video of her in the club. A lot of people are saying they don't see any bruises on her wrist, arm, or face. And there was like reports of her limping, and they don't see any of that stuff. So this is just all that seems a little weird, but this is her side of the story. The worst thing in my head would have been going back to the empty apartment we shared. This is what Jabbari said. Jabbari did not finish her testimony Tuesday and was set to continue Wednesday, at which time she was also expected to be cross-examined by the defense. The defense has alleged that Jabbari was the aggressor in the car, including slapping, clawing, and scratching Majors, and later tearing his coat. Defense attorney Chaudhry has also alleged that claims are a result of Jabbari making false allegations to ruin Jonathan Majors, which part of it has really hurt him after the two broke up. In her earlier testimony Tuesday, Jabbari, a dancer and movement director, okay, that makes sense why she was on the set of Ant-Man, meeting Major on the set of Ant-Man in August, and a period of feeling very loved and cared for as they began dating. She then detailed several alleged incidents of Majors growing angry with her and yelling at her or withholding affection over incidents, including spending time away from him and not answering her phone, which she said he told her she would not share with her friends and family. In her opening statements, Chaudhry said her prior history was nothing to do with what happened in the car, very to do with Jonathan Majors. Jabbari teared up several times during her testimony and said she feared him physically quite a bit after an alleged incident in London in September 2022, in which she said Majors pulled her headphones out of her ears, smashed them on the ground, and later threw her things around the room as she tried to pack. After she recounted each alleged incident, Judge Michael Gaffey instructed jurors that the testimony was not being offered as proof that the defendant had a propensity or a predisposition to crime, but was offered as a possible background information. As previewed, the opening statements Monday, prosecutors are trying to make the case that these events influenced how Jabbari acted on March 25th, including her initial was to tell the police what her injuries. So that's the full testimony. The facts here is we don't even know if they haven't stated that there's a fact that he got this text. That's a major thing. We haven't got a fact that we got this text that she said she saw. There's no fact of that. There should be an easy way to find it. Even if he deletes the text, there's a way to go through phones and services and get it. So the fact that it hasn't been brought up is really interesting. So the text is allegedly missing or exists, but the fact that it's not a big thing is weird. Another thing about this is that there was an altercation inside the car. That is a fact. There was her chasing after him. That was a fact. Her saying that he hit her. We don't have any footage of that. Her saying that she was thrown back in the car. We don't have any footage of that, but we have footage of him leaving the car, running, and her chasing after him, and then her stopping with people. And even that footage where I saw her stopping the people that she was talking to was like pointing at him, and one guy looked like he was going to go after him. I guess that she told the guy, the stranger, which is really, really weird to tell a stranger that information, that she was abusing her. And he just walked away from the situation, and then she went after him, pulled his shirt. I don't know if that's on footage. They didn't say that either. And the facts of that is that they separated after this. She went to the party, he went to his hotel, and then she went home. All this other stuff in here is her side of the story. And I'm very sympathetic to people who are abused. It's not a great thing at all. I'm really hoping that, she really wasn't abused that night. And that this is something that maybe can just be pushed away, because I really personally care for Jonathan Majors to succeed. But if he is an abuser, he does need to get locked up and go away. But everything in the article just seems more like there's contradictions going on with footage, with what she's saying. It just really seems unknown. So we're going to get more information on Wednesday. Hopefully things get more cleared up, but things are looking like it's in a standstill in the middle in terms of the facts. We know that she didn't show any injuries. We know that she went to a club after. We know that she ripped his coat. Well, we don't. Well, they didn't show footage, but we know that she pulled on him and she chased after him, and there's allegedly a text. But that's all we know so far. But I think that the way that this has been promoted by the trades is very one-sided and really against Jonathan Majors. Every time there's a big development on his side, they never put it up. But when there's a big development on the other side, they always put it up. Like the fact that she ran away and the police couldn't find her for months and she went to another country. It's really, really weird. Someone abused you, unless that person is chasing after you. I don't see why you would do that. The fact that they had to almost subpoena her to get her there, and this is information I got from Chillmonger, and he had the facts to back it up. It was just really weird. So we'll see as the story begins. Any major developments, I'll probably touch on it. But this is a very unfortunate situation. Let's see what the chat has to say. Oh, I think he's talking about the creator. Okay. What's being your okay, I'll save that question later for the Q&A. Obi. Hey, just got home from doing some errands. Hey, thank you for joining the live stream again, man. After watching Loki, if they drop Majors from Disney, I hope they don't recast the character. I just hope they drop the character because no one can replace him as that character. The way everything is sounding with Michael Waldron writing both films, and they said that they're writing Kang Dynasty. It looks like that's going to be the film, and I think they're going to recast him if this is true and he gets indicted and goes to jail and everything like that. I think he probably will be recasted, and they'll move on, and we'll see what happens from there. But I don't think they're gonna just drop him completely. I don't. It's too much. He's been too involved in the MCU so far for them to pivot so hard. I don't understand leaving the abuse because people are crazy. I'm sure she got death threats because of this. That's also true. That's something I never thought about. But if the police want to bring you in custody, maybe she doesn't trust the police. That's also another case. So this is going to be something that goes on for a couple weeks, maybe, as information is revealed, and hopefully it's resolved. And I'm hoping that I'm rooting for Jonathan Majors. But like I said, if it comes out that he actually did this and they have hard proof that he did this, then lock him up. That's kind of how it is. I'm rooting for Jonathan Majors. I hope this is not what happened to him. I do hope all her accusations are false, that they do something to her, because that's not good. You can't just accuse people like that. You shouldn't be able just to get away. But like I said, if he did this, lock him up. If she's lying, lock her up too. That's kind of basically where I'm at with that. But we're about to move on to the next subject. If you are watching this on the replay or watching this when I cut it up, hopefully, let me know your thoughts about all this information that came out about this report with Jonathan Majors. How are your personal feelings? How you feel about the facts? How you feel about the hearsay? And what are your thoughts on how the trial is going? Drop all those comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join Zack Attack Nation on the road to 800 subs, and we're going to be moving on to the next subject.